Hello, everyone! Oh my god. Long time no see. Actually, this time it's been like a week. That's crazy. It's so weird. Oh my god. I hope you all are doing well. I have just spent the last week off having a much needed vacation. It turns out I've been going pretty hard for a long time, and I was like, you know, I need to get some rest. I need to get some sleep. I need to take some time off. I got all these video games I need to play, and we'll talk about that. I don't know that the video game backlog has actually gone down at all, but it's fine. Thank you all for the warm welcome back. I'm very glad that y'all are doing well and having a good time. Oh my gosh, I got so many fun stories to share with y'all, because for the first time ever, Mama Bear actually was able to come and visit us because our house isn't falling apart anymore. We were actually talking with her about it while she was here. We were like, yeah, no, I don't think this would have worked at like any other time, because like we live in the Midwestern United States, which you're gonna hear a lot about today. You're gonna learn all about the crazy shit in the Midwest of the United States. And by Midwest, what I mean is the middle. It's the middle part. I don't know why it's called the Midwest, because maybe it's because there's all sorts of crazy weather that exists out here, and like it's the Wild West, but not. It's the middle bit. We get all kinds of crazy blizzards and tornadoes and other shit. Speaking of which, oh my god, I am just going completely out of order here, but it's fine. I have all these like slides, of course. We have a Yumie PowerPoint, of course we do. But there was a really huge thunderstorm that rolled through, like right when Mama Bear was getting ready to show up, and her flight got delayed many hours. This poor woman is just like stuck at the airport waiting to actually show up here. And like Bear and I are like, okay, maybe this is good for us too, because it's really bad weather where we're at. Like we had to go and like hide in our basement for a while because like tornado alarms were going off. They're always like doing a bunch of tests and stuff. Like once every month they test the tornado alarms because they're like, we got to make sure that you're ready. So I heard them going off and I'm like, oh, it's the first Wednesday of the month, I'm sure. Let me go and just double check, and it wasn't a Wednesday. It was a Thursday, and even worse, it was not the usual time of day for the tornado alarms. And I was like, oh my god, wait, is it real? And so I pulled up my phone and I was looking through. And yeah, no, my phone was like, there's a tornado, like there's like circling in the sky, hide in place immediately. And I'm like, Bear, get downstairs. Thankfully, it was just twisting up in the sky. But yeah, no, thankfully, everything was okay. But there were a ton of tornadoes that were like, they could see like twisting on the radar. I can't remember how many, if there were like anywhere from like 10 to like 12 tornado warnings, like all across the Midwest. And unfortunately, there was one that actually touched down. Thankfully, I was not near there, and I don't think a lot of people were, but it like trashed a whole bunch of infrastructure, like took down a bunch of power lines and stuff. So my condolences to any of you who live in Wisconsin. I'm very sorry. It sounds like that was a really rough goddamn time. So yeah, no, and not a fan. Just living in the middle of the country last week was just an interesting affair. But yeah, no, thankfully Mama Bear made it safely. In fact, her flight was completely smooth. No turbulence whatsoever. She had a great time. I was so worried for her that it was going to be really bumpy, but they waited for so long until the storm had completely gone away, and then it was fine. And then she was able to fly out and come see us. But yeah, I figured I'd share some vacation stories, especially since like some of the stuff that I did was to actually like get a bunch of my office set up with all of the really kind gifts that you folks sent in for the 15K celebration. I actually have a bunch of really cool shit in my office now. It's awesome. So yeah, let me hop right into it. So yes, as I've been telling you all, Bear and I took a week off. A much needed week off to play video games, sleep, and hang out with Mama Bear. It was wonderful. It was much needed. I slept so much, it's kind of ridiculous. It was even more crazy because sometimes I would sleep and then I would get up, like do stuff for a couple hours, and I'm like, all right, it's nap time. I don't know. It's just like, it felt appropriate. It felt like it was nap time. So then I would just take a nap for a couple more hours, get up and be like, all right, let's go. It's time. Oh man, some of you already know. Oh my god, I think that's the next slide actually. I've been talking on social media about this during my week off because I couldn't help myself. I had to talk about this even before I got back. So I have an enormous gaming backlog as a result of like doing a bunch of preparation for my 2.0 debut, which is still ongoing. I still have stuff that needs to get done, but I like timed stuff out and I had more than enough time to spend a week off just relaxing and stuff. But it also has meant that I have a bunch of games I haven't played. And I was like, all right, let's go. I'm going to play a bunch of shit. I've got like 5 or 6 games that I could probably like tackle during the break. And I just tackled one. And I didn't even finish it. I don't even know how far I am into this. But yeah, no, Bear and I started playing Metaphor Fantazio, and it was all over. It was all over from there. That was just my break. That's all I did. Like, besides hanging out with Mama Bear, we just played Metaphor. That's all we did. If I had more hours in the day and if I was able to stream this game, I would, because I adore this game. Holy shit. I have been dying for something like this from the Persona franchise for a long time, and it's just wonderful. So I would just like to be, I know this is probably late for me to say this, but I would just like to confirm that yes, Metaphor is a very good game. I love it a lot. It's very fun to play. A really big fan. Love all the characters. Have been a big fan of what they're doing with the story. So yeah, it's been great. Damn it, Clay. Metaphor? Where's Meta 1, Meta 2, and Meta 3? I don't know. You'll have to play the game to find out, though. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I would be able to stream this game. I wouldn't run into any copyright issues, but it's so long. It's so long. I don't know how I would be able to like split it up into sections. I'm already having trouble finishing Grand Blue Fantasy, on stream, which I'm going to do. I'm going to accomplish this, but my god, Metaphor would be an entire thing. But yeah, I love this game. For anyone who's curious so far, my favorite characters are Fabian and Maria. I love them so much. I would do anything to protect them. They are my precious, precious family. I adore them so much. I keep like prioritizing Maria over like all of the other social links. So that I can see the both of them. Oh my god, they're wonderful. So yeah, huge fan of them. Second favorite is Stroll. My boy, my goodest boy. He's just a golden retriever. He's just a golden retriever of a person, and I adore him. I would also do anything to protect this boy and this smile. Oh my god. And I haven't even met like some of like the fan favorites. Like I was looking up like images for this stream, and there was a couple of characters who I hadn't even seen yet, and I was like, damn, holy shit. I'm probably going to have even more characters to talk about, but I just wanted to say that I love these folks a lot. And if you haven't played Metaphor, I would highly suggest playing it. It's very, very fun. I really like it. It's very, very good. A huge fan. Oh my god. Isaac, your housemate saw Fabian and was like, so you win the game when you marry the dog lady and adopt the angel girl, right? Yes, no, that is correct. Your housemate is correct. You win the game by becoming part of their family. It's very easy to do, as it turns out. You just become a part of their wonderful, wonderful family. But yeah, so that's just been my life. I've just been playing lots of Metaphor like all the time and thinking about Metaphor a lot. And like I have like, I don't know, I don't even want to think about how many tabs I have up on my phone, because Bear and I always get really into like all of the Persona games, like strategizing through them, because we definitely aren't min-maxing anything. I have so many tabs open of like, okay, here are the like conversations that you'll have with like these characters, and here are these optional dungeons that you can do, and like here's all like the things that they're weak to, and oh, here's all these secret archetypes that you can unlock. And I'm like, oh, secret archetypes, let's go. So anyway, that's just been my life. I've just been playing a bunch of Metaphor and having a bunch of fun playing Metaphor. It has been absolutely fantastic. In addition to this, I have also finally taken some time to set up my office. It was kind of, to put things charitably, a hot mess. My office was kind of a hot mess before the break. It was, I had many stacks of things that needed to find homes. The side of my desk was just like filled with a bunch of tankobon that I needed to read. All that shit has now been read. I've read them. I've filed them away on my bookshelf. All of the shit that was in piles now has nice homes places, which is great. But yes, so I'm going to show you a couple of pictures that show these off. So yeah, I have now displayed this beautiful bat that you crazy bastards got for me. So I now have my beautiful galactic baseballer bat, which is incredible. I also have all of these different keychains that I've been collecting for years and years and years. I have now put them all up on the wall, like on either side of this bat. And you can see I even have spaces down at the bottom. But I wanted to shout out each of the individual artists here, which is why I've labeled them in case you zoom in on this and you're like, ooh, I really like those keychains. I really want to purchase them for myself. Now you know who to buy stuff from. Some of these artists I've actually bought additional keychains from since this was taken. But yeah, these are the ones that I had when I first took some photos of stuff. So yeah, I know I've been weaponized now. Yeah, I have tried so many different solutions for keychains, and I think that like some form of pin board is the way to do it. I just didn't want like the one pin board because I thought it looked kind of ugly. So I got like these cute little pink ones. They have tape, I guess like a sticky tack or whatever on the back that I can just stick it to the wall. And yeah, I think that they've looked really good. And then I can just pin them up and they look very nice. It's wonderful. But yeah, no, it's fantastic. And also I see you all talking about, listen, I'll have you know that, actually, hold on. Is the bat within reaching distance for me? I think that it is. Hold on. I have to go check now. Is it actually? Oh no, it is. I did make it so that the bat is my height. Okay, so it's a little low on the wall, but like that's fine. It looks nice. It's nicely sandwiched between a bunch of keychains. It's totally not so that I have better access to it. Okay, moving on from the keychains. I also now have an entire shelf, which is Blue Archive themed, because you wonderful, beautiful bastards have gifted me Hifume's shoes. So I now have the shoes proudly displayed with a bunch of other Blue Archive paraphernalia, which is wonderful. I think this looks wonderful. And Pororo-sama is on the shelf below. I've also got some of my favorite cards that are displayed there. We've got Wizardrix from the one and only Isaac, who's now displayed there. I've got Danger Tsuchinoko, and then I just really love the stock spun art. It's like one of my favorite cards that's ever been printed in Pokemon. I think it looks really good. And I've got, I love Mimikyu a lot. I think Mimikyu is like one of the best Pokemon ideas that they've had. I think Mimikyu is amazing. So yeah, Mimikyu is just hanging out down there, eyeing Pororo-sama, trying to decide if Mimikyu is going to make a Pororo Mimikyu instead. But yeah, this is like the top shelf in my office. It's just these shoes now. It looks so good. I'm so happy with how this turned out. So yeah, this is now where I have this displayed in my office. And I also just wanted to show these off. I'm very happy with how these look on my desk. These are from the artist Pokey Pokums. I also have some charms from Pokey. She's extremely talented, and I was able to snag a bunch of these really adorable, like, summer-themed Hololive standees. They're wonderful. They take up so much room on my desk, and I could just fill my desk with these. They're so good, right? No, they're so good. Oh my god, I love them so much. Like, I think it's all of Hololive EN. Oh shit, sorry, that's not true now. This was made before Justice debuted. So the first 3 gens of Hololive EN are all featured here. And then there's a couple of members from Hololive JP. But I wanted to shout Pokey Pokums out. Her shop is currently closed, but if you follow her on social media, she always gives tons of heads up when she's going to open the shop again. And it's just because she's like a one-person operation, and it's a lot of money and a lot of work to like keep the shop open permanently. So she has like brief windows where she'll open it up and stuff. But yes, no. Oh my god. I love her art so much. It is so fantastic. And all of these Hololive charms are so good. Oh my god, it's amazing. So anyway, this is just my desk now. It's just like, I think like the right side of my desk is just all of these acrylic standees now. Oh, it's good. But yeah, I also have an entire shelf now that I'm trying to make like broadly VTuber themed as well. I have Mimi Nightmare's absolutely enormous plush. This thing is like her head is larger than my little hands. It's crazy. She's enormous. So she's just taken up like the entire left side of the shelf. So that particular plush comes from Omona, who does a lot of fantastic collaborations with VTubers. It is super funny, and I love this plush so much. It is perfect. Oh, no, the hair is not actually detachable. That is a fantastic question, though. Fantastic question, though. Oh, man. I also have the Nendoroid of Callie, of course, for reasons that I'm definitely not obsessed with her at all. It's a very, very good Nendoroid, by the way. That custom base is very good. Also, the scythe is great. And then I have stuff from Rosary. It's, oh god, I love her. She's such a talented artist, and she has a shop which is actually open all the time. So you can always go and check out her shit. It's fantastic. I got this acrylic standee from her recently. It is gorgeous. At some point, there will be a bunch more like actual figures that she's going to produce. Right now, she's just got one figure, but there's a couple others that are going to be releasing in the nearest future. And then she's got these Rosu buns, which is her mascot. And oh my god, this is the burnt Rosu bun. I think I've shown it to y'all before, but now burnt Rosu bun has like their own place on the shelf. My plan is to get the burnt and the normal one. So I've got the burnt one. Burnt one is secured. Normal Rosu bun, I'm waiting until like her stock shows up. I think that should be in June. So the burnt Rosu bun will have a friend very soon. But yeah, no, I'm very happy with my office right now. I've actually got a bunch of beautiful stuff that's all displayed. It's so good. It's so nice. I actually have like such a nice desk that's laid out now. All the stuff on my walls looks so good. I don't have stupid stacks of like random things that need places to go. So yeah, that was very good. I spent a couple of days, like right at the beginning of vacation doing that. And after playing a bunch of Metaphor, getting my office all set up, doing a bunch of cool shit, Mama Bear was finally able to visit us now that our basement is permanently dry. Because, yeah, every time we thought about having her come out to visit us, we're just like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Like, we were always really paranoid that we would have to be looking after the basement in some capacity. We also had those stupid voles that were making their way inside, which is really stupid. But both of those problems have been solved. Thank God. So we're good. we're good now. She could actually come and visit us finally. So yeah, this was her first time ever coming to visit us at our new place, which is not quite so new anymore. I guess we've been living here for like 2.5 years now, which goes to show you just the extent of like bullshit we were dealing with getting everything set up at our place. But yeah, like in that time we went and we were able to visit her, but this is the first time she's actually able to come and visit us, which is good. Very, very happy she was finally able to come visit. So yeah, without further ado, Mama Bear has now seen the entirety of our house, has now seen a bunch of stuff in the middle portion of the United States, the Midwest, because we went and showed her around to a bunch of cool places. And I now present to you all the things that have gained Mama Bear's stamp of approval, because there were many beautiful things that she looked at and she was like, oh my God, I love that. That was absolutely amazing. So I will now walk you all through, in addition to all the stuff I've currently shown you, because she loved all this crazy shit that I had set up in my office. I spent a bunch of time looking over all of this crazy shit that I have throughout our house. There were specific things that she really loved that I wanted to point out. Thing number 1, Mama Bear loved the Shiroko Nendoroid that I have. She asked me, what does she have on her head? And I was like, oh, she has a mask because she likes to rob banks. And Mama Bear was like, oh, well, of course. And I'm like, yes. She's like, what's that little thing that's next to her? That weird little robot thing. And I'm like, oh, it's a drone that she also uses for robbing banks. Mama Bear's like, oh, yes, okay. Yes, of course. So yes, no, she did indeed enjoy this Nendoroid, which is wonderful. I actually have an entire Nendoroid collection, which is so large that I cannot capture it in one picture. But I have selected like this and another picture, which were her favorites from the whole thing. But yeah, it's like multiple cases of Nendoroids that I've collected for years and years and years, mixed in with some figures that I have also picked up from conventions or sales online and stuff like that. So yeah, it was really nice for her to finally like see that, because like I've always talked about it, but she hasn't actually been able to see it. And she's like, oh my God, you weren't kidding. You have so much. So yeah, her other favorite was my Miku section, and it is a section. There's a bunch of them. This was her favorite of them, which is extremely based. This is at the very top of this section. I have like the Princess Snow Miku figure, which is gorgeous. It's enormous. It's so large that there's like little standees just to hold up her hair. So I have that. And then I have 2 of my favorite Snow Mikus right in front of her. I've got the Priestess Snow Miku, which I apologize, it's slightly out of focus. My camera couldn't decide which one it wanted to focus on. And I decided to go with the figure in the back. But the Priestess Snow Miku, I think, is gorgeous. She's got a little torii gate, as well as her adorable Usagi friend. They're both hanging out there. Oh my God. And then I love, oh my God, my little like snow goddess Miku is extremely adorable. Oh my God. This one took me forever to get a hold of. Like I was staking out a bunch of online stores to try and like actually find her and locate her. Because a while back, I think like right around when the pandemic started, so this was years and years ago, I had finally secured like a box that actually had this Nendoroid, and then the pandemic happened and the Nendoroid got lost in transit. Like just like poof, just like vanished. They like gave me like a partial refund on the Nendoroid and like got the stuff figured out with shipping and everything, but oh, it sucked so bad. It was so sad. So it took me a long time to actually track down another version. So yes, she is like one of my prides and joy. I was finally able to secure her, and yeah, Mama Bear loved this, and that made me so happy because this shelf is like an embodiment of the lengths to which I will go to secure figures that I really like. Which is too much. It's too much. I will spend too much time hunting these figures down, and so it was really nice to show off. You can kind of see like below I've got like some other Mikus on the shelf below that. I've got a whole section just dedicated to Miku. I definitely don't have any problems. Anyway, moving on. Mama Bear, in addition to all the other shit that was in my office, really loved like my really personal shelf in my office. So I've got Mia from Monster Musume. I've got this dope figure that Bear found and bought me within the first year of me making this channel, which is wonderful. I've got Joshin-chan, of course, Joshin-chan. I've got Nadeshiko from Your Camp. Oh, it's wonderful. I've got Anya and Bond from Spy Family. I've got our wonderful, wonderful cardboard robot friend from Yotsuba-to. And I've got our wonderful precious dragon maid, Toru. I don't know. I love this shelf a lot. It's a lot of series that have like it meant a lot to me for a variety of reasons and have been really important to me. And it's just nice to actually have everything displayed. I've also got like little pillows for Animal Crossing. I have a little postcard from Endless Monday too. Oh, it looks so good. I actually have like a framed picture from that's on the wall too. But she absolutely loved this. Also, Mama Bear's commentary on the anime figures that had really big tits was really funny. She's like, oh my gosh, the snake girl is so cute. Oh my god, her tits are enormous. What is happening there? So yeah, no, Mama Bear is a gem. Absolutely wonderful. So this was wonderful. She loved all of the figures that I had displayed. So that made me very, very happy. Oh my god. And then, finally, for the first time, I was finally able to properly explain what I do here. Because she knew that I had a YouTube channel, but she didn't know like what it was, what I did, or like any of that shit. Because we kept telling her like, we'll show you when you come and visit, because like it'll be much easier to explain the whole VTuber thing. And yes, that was exactly what needed to happen. Like we were able to show her like how the software works. There's a couple of test models in VTube Studio, like there's a little pudding that you can move back and forth with, and there's a little black cat that you can do that with and open up your mouth and your eyes and things. And Mama Bear was obsessed with it. It was extremely wonderful. She's like, oh my god, it's following what you're doing. Do that again, go back and forth. It's following your movements. Blink some more. Oh my god. She took a little video, which was just shared amongst the family. Just of me like moving my head back and forth with the little black cat avatar. She sent that to Sister Bear and was like, oh my god, look at this. Which is extremely adorable. So that made me so happy. I was finally able to explain what I did. And she's like, oh, wait, so what do you do? Do you like stream games and things? I'm like, yep. So I have this avatar that I stream with, and like I illustrated it myself. And then I'm paying someone to make like a better movement of this model that I created. And yeah, it was wonderful. Also, I showed her Miyu and Bear Alter, like with the big parka, and she could not stop laughing. Which I think is the appropriate response. She was like, yeah, that's perfect. What top would a snake person wear? A tube top, yes. So yeah, that was wonderful. She got a huge kick out of Miyu existing, and that made me extremely happy. So yeah, but she has now seen my model. She's seen what I do. I've got the whole YouTube channel that we have like finally been able to explain to her if she's actually watching this later on. Hello, Mama Bear. Thank you for coming to visit us. It was really fun. Oh my god, it was so much fun getting to show her all this shit. And she also has seen my 2.0 model. She's seen it. I showed it to her. She got really into it. And how bouncy it is and everything. And she said my favorite quote, just about like all of this shit, which is, how do you ever leave your office? This is so much fun. Oh, and that just, I don't know, it means a lot to me. I'm really glad that like she was able to see this, that she was able to check out all of the cool shit that I do, and that she was having just as much fun as I do getting to stream this with you folks. So yeah, this is wonderful. I was so happy that I was finally able to show this to her. Oh my god. So yeah, Mama Bear approves of the 2.0 model. She kept talking about the texture on the sweater, which made me really happy because I spent days and days and days working on that. And that was like the first thing that she said is, oh my god, look at this, look at the texture on that sweater. And I'm like, yes! Ah, victory! That took so long to do. I'm so happy it looks good. So yeah. That's wonderful. I'm extremely happy about this. But yeah, some other stuff that we did. We went to a bunch of really fun restaurants. We got to, oh my god, so much good food. Actually, so much good food that we fell upon it like vultures. Mama Bear is also extremely cool. Like, she knows so much cool shit. She takes more pictures of food than like Bear or I do. I think she takes more pictures of food than any of us, like including Sister Bear, and they all look so good. She's so good with her camera. She's like always got like newer models of phones and is just like, oh yeah, I'm taking pictures. And she doesn't like have social media or anything. She just takes it and then has these stylish photos that she shows to all her friends and shit. This woman is so cool. It's ridiculous. So anyway, she's like taking a bunch of pictures of all of the food and all the places that we're going to, getting good angles on stuff. Which is just amazing. So yeah, these were some of the cool things we tried. There was this awesome cafe that we went to. The top left image is a croissant that has pandan in it. It's this, kind of like savory sweet taste, I guess is the best way to put it. It was perfect for a croissant. It was also this really vibrant green color, which was very pretty, and it was very tasty, and we demolished it. This was taken moments before all of us just demolished this croissant. And then we went to this really fancy restaurant where they were like, they had elk on the menu. Like elk, actual elk. Like the big ass deer looking dudes. Like... They had elk chops and they were just dumb. They tasted so good. There was also a bunch of seafood that we had, which was fantastic, which you wouldn't expect for us living in the middle of the United States, but like there's a bunch of really tasty seafood that they fly in. And yeah, it was fantastic. How descriptive. I know, they are just big deer looking dudes. They have like bigger horns and they travel in packs of like a bunch of them. This is coming from the biology person. You can definitely cite me on that. The big deer looking things. But yeah, no, elk, like when prepared well, is extremely tasty. Oh my god, gym deer is fantastic. It's true, they're swole. They work out. That's why they're so big. More buffed deer. Oh my god. But yeah, no, it was extremely tasty. I'm always hesitant to try things like elk and deer and especially moose because they can be really gamey. It's kind of like having a wild rabbit or something like that. There's sort of like an astringent taste to it if it's not prepared well, either with like stewing it for a really long time or slow cooking it for a while just to really break down all the muscles. No gaminess in this elk at all. It was amazing. It tasted so good. Holy shit. We're gonna have dreams about that elk. Oh my god, it was so good. Holy shit. In addition to this, we also took her to a bunch of really cool places around the Midwest. One of them was this really awesome museum we went to. This is going to be a pitch for all of you to go and check out your local museums because like they're cool as hell. The museums always have so much cool shit. Look at this dog. Look at this crazy dog. He's just chilling near the entrance of this museum. We're like, damn, how'd they make that shit? That's crazy. I don't know. Some artists are crazy. On the flip side, they also had all of these exhibits that were recreations of rooms that people would have lived in, where they tried really hard to get like the type of stone or like the type of walls and things that they would have had. And so this picture that I've got in the lower right, this is like taken of a recreation of a noble person's room in Imperial China. And it was so gorgeous. Oh my God, we took so many pictures. It was so cool. There were all of these placards everywhere just explaining all of the intricate designs, all of the hard work that goes into this. So if you look at like this chair, for instance, this chair has all of these tiny intricate carvings that are just, it must have taken so long, and this is just one chair that someone used to sit in. And then you've got like, this is a makeup table that's over on the right. There would have been like a tiny mirror that would have been placed there too. And oh my God, like all of the wood just has tons of tiny little carvings. There's tons of animals that are also woven through. It's just gorgeous, just gorgeous. Oh my God. Yes, no, and placement within the room too. They had a bunch of recreations of, they had one section that was for China, which was enormous because like the history of art throughout China is huge. Like Imperial China has existed for a very long time, and there's a lot of different traditions that have changed over the years, a lot of different art styles that have changed, and that was incredible to go through. Then they had a section that was just Japan. So like walking through again, like all of the changes in art over time, all of the integrations of Shinto into certain art pieces and things like that, which was just beautiful. And they had a whole section dedicated to Korea. Like we just have like, oh my God, it was amazing. And then they had, oh my God, the Southeast Asia section was, oh my God, it was so good. Oh my God. Most of the stuff that they had, as far as like Southeast Asia, they had a bunch of stuff from India, which was gorgeous. But they had a bunch of other shit too. They had things from Malaysia, Vietnam, Thailand. They had some stuff from the Philippines and Indonesia. I would have loved to have seen even more, honestly. I hope that they can expand that section in the future because clearly they were able to get a hold of a lot of shit. A lot of shit that isn't like, museums are sort of in an interesting place, right? Because there's some things that are in museums that I don't think should be there. Don't let Indiana Jones confuse you. Not everything deserves to be in a museum. There are some things that deserve to be with the people who they came from, you know? Like, let's not go taking like important heirlooms and religious figures and other things from the people who that belongs to. Let's not do that. But there are some things like this, like things that belonged to like a noble family at some point who it was donated to the museum. I think that is awesome because it's passing down like history on a thing. There's a lot of art pieces that are like that. But yeah, I don't know. I think they did a really good job of like actually showcasing a lot of like what I would say like ethical museum works. And this is to still say, if you have a museum in your area, you should still go to it. Even if they do have some stuff that is maybe they shouldn't have and hopefully gets back to the rightful owners at some point. I think that like it's still a really cool way to like go and learn more about not just like your own country, but a bunch of other countries too, which is amazing. So yeah. It's wonderful. We took so many pictures at this museum. I thought they did an absolutely phenomenal job from start to finish. They had, oh my God, the Imperial China section was ridiculous. They had some of the most insane pieces of art I have ever seen. Tons of beautiful carvings of Jade, which I've got a whole slide dedicated to. This box was also just gorgeous. Like, holy shit, the amount of time and effort that went into this, like making sure to like very carefully separate the red from the black dyes while you're also doing a bunch of very fine carvings into it. That's crazy, absolutely crazy. This is actually resin is what this is, which is crazy. That shit's crazy. Oh my god. And then this praying mantis was on top of some military headgear, and it was so cool. We took so many pictures of this. Oh my god. They had a bunch of really old, like, Japanese captain gear, things that would have been worn by very high-ranking officers that had the craziest shit on their helmets, and this mantis was just the coolest shit. This was our favorite of the bunch. Oh my god, it was amazing. So yeah, just this cool-ass gold mantis, which is just chilling on top of this dude's hat. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. But then this is just ridiculous. This is crazy. This is absolutely ridiculous. You can kind of see some people in the background for scale of how big this thing is. This is a piece of jade that has been carved to look like a mountainside, or a bunch of scholars are going to study Buddhism. And that shit is crazy. Oh my god, this shit is insane. Oh, the amount of time that has been spent very carefully carving the trees, the landscape, the water, all of the mountain. And it's completely 3D, so it's not just one side of the jade that looks like this. You can walk around it and it still looks like a mountainside on the other side. Like, the scholars have an entire path around. It's crazy. Yes, no! It's a single piece of jade! How crazy is this shit? Oh my god, it was absolutely nuts. So yeah, artists for a very long time have been doing crazy shit, and it just amazes me, all of the things that people have been able to do for a very long time. But yes, once again, this is just me promoting your local museum. You should totally go and check it out. It's a really good way to spend your time. Even if it's not a very big museum, people who put together museum exhibits care a lot about educating people. Like, it's very, very important to them. So they put a lot of time and effort into all of the placards that describe what's going on. They put a lot of time into the placement of all the different art pieces. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. Yumie with a golden Peroto on top of her samurai helmet. Oh, you all know me too well, it's true. I'd be riding into battle with Peroto leading the way. It would just be glorious. God damn it, Omnia. You know what they call the leftovers from chiseling Jade? Jaded! God damn it. And yes, no, Isaac, a fantastic spot. Yes, it is a poem that has been written onto the jade. It is both sides. It is verses that these scholars would have been studying when they were on this pilgrimage, and it is on both sides of the jade. It is crazy. That shit is crazy. So not only have they created a landscape, they also have like actual poetic verses that they have carved into this. Insane. I don't know. I just think that's incredible. The amount of time and effort that was put into this is just amazing. No, it's true. You know, I have to imagine the way to do it is that you should start with the poem first, right? Because then if you screw it up, you're just like, okay, we'll just repurpose this jade to be something else. You start with the poem first, and then you carve the rest of it. Because can you imagine spending all that time carving like the surrounding landscape, and then you start on the lettering? No, no way. No way, that's crazy. That would be insane if they did it that way. I really, really hope they didn't do it that way. Oh, God. We also took her to the landmark in the Midwest. This is going to sound really crazy to those of you who are not from the Midwest, but I'm going to now explain to you what this picture is. This picture, some of you might recognize this, but if you are not from this part of the United States, this is the Mall of America. This is a mall, a shopping mall. This is, the craziest mall I have ever seen, because as you can see from this picture, it's not just a mall. There's a goddamn theme park in the middle. An entire Nickelodeon theme park is in the middle of this stupid mall, which is insane. This picture is taken from the 4th floor. The 4th floor. There are 4 floors to this mall. This is the 4th floor looking down at the theme park in the distance, as well as the Lego store, which has tons of Lego models. The one on the right that you are seeing is over 35 feet tall, which, hold on, let me look that up in meters. Give me a second. Meters to feet. Feet to meters. Feet to meters. That's over 10 meters. That's over 10 meters. That Lego Gundam is over 10 meters. Which is insane. So yeah, we had to show Mama Bear this because, like, it's the craziest thing that exists. Like, I don't know. They just made a mall into like a tourist attraction, and like some people just go to the mall to get exercise in because it's so big that you can just like I think if you like walk around the whole thing, it's a mile long, which is crazy. So you could just like get in your steps, just going around. They have like a walking path through it that some people jog through the whole time. So they're just here to get in some exercise during the wintry part of the year. But there's so much shopping here. It's crazy. Like if we can't find like something or whatever, you go to the Mall of America. You know, you make a trek there and they're going to have the thing you're looking for. Oh my god. Oh yes, I think they do have Bionicles here. Oh my god. Bionicles were the shit when I was growing up. Holy shit. God damn. They're still making Bionicles, right? Right? I hope so. Yeah, no, I definitely would call this a super mall. But yes, no, I don't know. Apparently they make enough money to like keep this entire place not just like very well air conditioned, but it's also warm in the winter. Like it's not like it's cold here or whatever. It was actually very pleasant when we visited. The air conditioners were like the perfect temperature as you're walking around and you're like, this is so nice. There's like a whole floor, which is just like, I guess there's some shops that are on there, but it's mostly a bunch of restaurants. And you wander through, there's like oh my god, okay, this sounds so crazy if you're not from the US, so my apologies. Let me try to find a way to describe this. So there is a whole section of like themed restaurants. So you have Bubba Gump Shrimp, like from Forrest Gump. There's like a whole restaurant that's like themed around that, and it's got all this like fishing tackle and like all this other shit that's like on the outside and inside of the restaurant. You have the Rainforest Cafe, which like they've just built this little rainforest enclosure around it, so like the kids love that one. All the children are always flocking around the Rainforest Cafe because it's like there's all these cool ass animatronic animals and shit, so they're really excited about it. And then they have Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, which is its own restaurant. Yes, they have like this enormous pretend margarita blender that's just constantly blending liquid in it, and it's like this kind of beach aesthetic. So they're like, oh yeah, kick back with some margaritas like you're on the beach, even though you're in the middle of the country. It's crazy. Also, yes, I have gone to Margaritaville, and yeah, their margaritas are pretty all right. Not the best I've ever had, but like, I don't know, they're totally serviceable if you're just looking to get like, I don't know, a little tipsy wandering around the mall, so. Oh god, yeah, Omnia, that's a great way of putting it. Think Disney park restaurants, but not at the park. Yeah, exactly. So they've got like a bunch of these themed restaurants that you can go to there, which is just absolutely wild. And then they have like actual fancy restaurants and shit, because like because it's like a super mall, they have they got some real fancy shit that's at this mall. It was funny walking around with Mama Bear because she'd look over at some of these places like Armani and stuff, like have like a storefront there, and she's like, oh my god. We're not going in there, but like, Jesus, they have so much shit at this place. But yeah, anyway, we took her to the Mall of America because we have tried to describe this place to her, and like actually going and physically seeing it, she was just in shock. Like, we were walking around and she's like, I gotta keep my mouth closed because I'm just like open jawed, just staring at all of this. Oh my God. So yeah, anyway, now you all know about this too. This is the Mall of America, this crazy ass place that exists in the Midwest. Yeah, it is its own theme park, tourist destination, place to go shopping or to get your steps in, which is insane. Also, while we were there, I did pick up some friends. So I already owned Abu, this adorable red and white fox. I've had Abu for a couple of years now, who I might have also picked up from the Mall of America one other time that we went. So Abu is short for aburage, which is like the really tasty fried tofu that goes in kitsune udon or ramen. I thought it was a very funny play on words, so... So this is Abu. Abu has seen much love, many hugs, many fun times chilling on the couch watching anime. But now Abu has friends. So Abu now has friend Inarizushi, or Inari, which is adorable because Inari's a little fox, which is perfect. And then I have... a very silly name, Tanukiyaki. Instead of takoyaki, it's Tanukiyaki because he's a tanuki. And they all have wonderful food names now. So Tanuki, Abu, and Inari are just having fun on the couch. They're just hanging out, being adorable and existing, so... Yes! Oh my God, Omnia, that's so true! Yes! You can indeed continue my dream of being comfy and surrounded by food. Oh God, I definitely was not hungry when I was first naming them. But yes, no, I adore them so much. They're so adorable. These are all what are called squishables. Which is exactly what they sound like. They just make them extra squishy. So like you hold them and you squish them, and they're very, very satisfying to hug. They make so many cute ones now. So yeah, whenever we go to the Mall of America, if I like slither into the squishable store, it's all over. I just pick something up when I'm there. So yes, that's what happened this time. Also, because I picked up Inari and Tanuki, I got a bonus squishable who they called their undercover squishable. And I present to you the Octodog. I don't know if this is an octopus that is trying to pretend to be a dog. I don't know if the dog is trying to pretend to be an octopus. I think that's what they want you to think, but I don't believe them. This is the Octodog. I actually at first was just calling him the monstrosity. Because he is an adorable monstrosity, but I decided that was too long, so now he's called Octodog. But if you want to call him the monstrosity, I don't blame you. A hot dog and a takoyaki. Oh my God, that's great. Isn't this from Monster Hunter World? It might as well be, right? It might as well be. Oh, excuse me, Monster Hunter Wilds. God damn it. This is why they shouldn't have picked another W, because now my brain just defaults to World. But no, you're right. They did have this for the Palico. There was an outfit from New Udra that you could have your Palico wear that's just this. I don't know. There's something like unsettling about the fact that I can't like see any of his legs, you know? I've felt for them too. I've tried to find his little legs. They're not there. So like, is the Octodog one entity? Is the Octodog secretly, because you can see the little eyes up top. I don't know. I'm not convinced that this isn't just an octopus that's trying to trick me into thinking that it's a dog. I don't know. Oh my God, you're right. This is the Taco Mimikyu. Maybe that's why it speaks to me. I do love Mimikyu so much. Oh my God. But yeah, now the Octodog is standing guard. I have the Octodog just hanging out at the end of the couch, just like just hanging with the little tentacles. So funny. Oh my god, especially like, I don't know, the position of like the eyes, like it is extra derpy too. Like it's slightly like the uncanny valley where you're like, is this actually a dog? Look at that left eye. It's kind of drifting. It's kind of drifting off there. I don't know. It could be that it's actually just a derpy dog, but I'm not completely convinced. Oh, no, you. You can't do this to me. You, me, nay, John. Oh, God, no. No. No, the Octodog is a monstrosity after all. Oh my god. Yeah, it could just be in like symbiosis. I guess that's why the little octopus looks so happy. It's got this cute little smile like, I'm coexisting with this weird corgi. They told me it was a corgi that's inside. I don't know, I can't tell because like, again, I tried to find like the little paws and I can't find them, so... Part of a corgi? Head of a corgi within the octopus body? I don't know. Jury is still out on that one. But yes, this is Octodog, who now exists within the Tsuchinoko household. But yeah, Mama Bear was a big fan of all of the Squishables, but laughed extra hard at Octodog, which I think is very fair. Yeah, no, the Octo Cat is indeed slowly devouring the corgi. God. A little bit by bit, I'm sure I'll watch, like, as that little window with the corgi face gets smaller and smaller. The years pass by and it just, like, slowly creeps in, taking up more and more. Until it's just those tiny little beady eyes looking out. Oh, hello, I'm a corgi. You know, it does get worse the more you think about it. Oh my god, the possibilities. They really are endless. So anyway, now you all know about the Octodog. You know about the Mall of America. You know about a bunch of cool things that we saw at this awesome museum. But yeah, no, for real, y'all should push Octodog from your brain and fill it with like, yes, I should go to my local museum, and then you can remember Octodog again. That's okay. Oh god. Oh, it was extremely fun. I don't know, it was just like a nice time to have a break, to get Jesus Christ, sorry. It's kind of stormy outside right now. Speaking of, it was like once Mama Bear actually arrived, the weather was great. Like it was raining a little bit, but like the temperature was awesome. It was just, I don't know. It was really good. I was really relieved because I was worried it was going to be horribly thundery the whole time that she was here. And I didn't want to have her vacation with us spent like in the basement being like, yeah, sorry about the tornado alarms. But no, it was totally fine. It was just like drizzling a little bit. The very last day when she was flying out, it was very beautiful and sunny, which was awesome. Oh my gosh, yes, no, we showed Mama Bear all of the shit that y'all got, and oh my god. She was like, wait, your fans sent this in? And I'm like, yeah, no, these crazy bastards. And she's like, oh my god, that's amazing. I don't know, she thinks that you folks are really cool, and I think that's awesome. We also, yeah, like we went out to dinner, and I was wearing, I have like multiple Hololive English sweaters, and I was wearing the Kiara one, and she kept talking about how adorable it was, like little Kiara's face was on it and everything. And so I got to show her all of these pictures of Kiara and the other members of Hololive, and she's like, wow. And they do the same thing you do, and they also have merch? That's really cool. Oh, God, it's good. But yeah, no, because this was the first time that, like, I was really explaining what I do and, like, what the channel is and stuff, like, we kind of just showed her the ropes and, like, explained, like, some of the shit on the channel, and then I passed along the channel info so she could go and check stuff out. I don't want to say that you'll never hear something from Mama Bear, but I will say that Bear and I have to practice a lot, like ahead of streams, so that we don't accidentally like say any like other names for each other or things like that. And I feel like that would be doubly difficult for poor Mama Bear, having to keep track of all of this shit. She is way cooler than I am, but also she has like lived a much longer life of like calling people certain names, and that might be a members thing. If that ever happens. But yeah, at least for now, I'm just really happy that like we were finally able to have her come and visit us, because it's been such a long time coming. And I don't know, we just made a bunch of plans to like actually like do more stuff now that our house is finally in a place where it's not actively falling apart all the time. Yeah, I think that would be good. Yes, no, I think it probably would be a recorded segment. Just to be extra safe. Oh my god. Yeah, no, it's rough. There's a lot of really awesome things about being a VTuber, but it can also be something that you have to practice sometimes of like, okay, so for the next hour, we're only gonna call each other. Like ahead of the stream, I'm just like, all right, Yumie Bear. And it's like, okay, all right, we got this. It works a little bit easier with Bear because we already have like a bunch of nicknames for each other and shit, so that works out a lot easier, but oh god. But yeah, no, it's really nice to actually have her come out and visit us. Sister Bear is busy with school. She is in the middle of like, doing a lot of like really awesome shit to get her degree and everything, and it's just like working really hard. So yeah, Mama Bear had some time to come out and visit us, which was really awesome. So yeah, all the love to Sister Bear, who is working hard on all of her classes and shit. That's rough to be in college. It's a lot of work, man. Holy shit, it's a lot of work. Yep, exactly. He's Bear in and out of streams. Oh my god, Isaac, I would love to see a recorded video from Mama Bear where you have to dub over Yumie and Bear where she drops the ball. It'd be pretty funny to do, honestly. Oh my god. Yeah, actually, during the whole week off that we had, Bear and I just ordered out. Like every day. Every day we ordered out. Oh, it was so bad. We're actually getting back into like having home cooked meals and stuff yet, but no, he hasn't made any D&D food because essentially we were just flat for like a couple of days, just playing Metaphor, and then it would be dinner time and Bear's like, oh shit, what do you want? So we ordered out a bunch of places. We got a bunch of takeout and had a bunch of tasty food. That was great. So yeah. But yes, no, it was a very fun holiday. It's actually funny. We realized at a certain point that we actually like needed to go shopping because we'd just been ordering out for a week and we're like, oh shit, we have like... Do we have a meal plan? Do we know what we're doing for the week? So we're probably just gonna do like beans, rice, cilantro, and cheese, which is like our go-to thing. You can throw some tofu in there too, and it's really good. It's a very easy like, oh, gotta put a meal together pretty quick here. But yeah, we have a bunch of like frozen stuff too that we can bust out. But yeah, we'll actually have to like have a proper shopping trip. At some point here, so yeah. Oh my god. It was a good vacation. It was a very good vacation. But yeah, I have a bunch of fun stuff that I've got planned like over the next I guess like month and a half or so, as like we're getting closer to the 2.0 debut. I'm still working on a bunch of stuff behind the scenes. But I look forward to a bunch of fun streams. We're going to have Star Rail this week. We're going to see if I can actually pull it off in 2 streams. If not, I have a 3rd day, or we can play some more Star Rail. Next week, I'm not sure what we will be doing, but I'm going to for sure have a members stream. It's going to be what I'm going to call Giftmas. Merry Giftmas. I have a bunch of things that I've been working on for you very sweet members, and I finally have them ready for you all. So yeah, look forward to that. It'll be a nice Giftmas. We're gonna do a rundown of like what the 2.0 debut will kind of look like, and a bunch of stuff that I will be doing as we are preparing for that. Because essentially, I am just like, this is the last stretch. All of the stuff that I've been working on for many, many months is finally coming together, and I just have like this last little bit that it has to get done. But yeah, as always, keep an eye out. Whatever various social media you folks have, whether it's the dreaded website Twitter, whether it's Blue Sky, whether it's Discord, I'll be posting like updates and previews and stuff there primarily, but I will try to have some stuff shown on stream too, whenever I can. So yeah, look forward to a bunch of stuff though, because I've received a bunch of word back from like multiple commissions that are outstanding, of very, very hardworking people who've been putting stuff together, and you might start seeing some of that pretty soon, which is awesome. So yeah. Look forward to that. I'm very excited for it. Isaac, thank you for the gifted memberships. Holy shit. Did someone say Giftmas? Thank you. That is very sweet of y'all. Oh my god. I'm just really happy to be back hanging out with you folks, talking about a bunch of cool shit and doing a bunch of fun streams. And I can't believe it's less than 2 months now until my 2.0 debut. I know that seems like a long time, but with how long I've been preparing this thing, that is like barely any time at all. So I'm very excited. I look forward to a bunch of really fun shit that will be coming out over the next couple of weeks here. A bunch of fun streams and other cool shit. And yeah, we'll celebrate Giftmas very soon. It's gonna be wonderful. God damn it, Omnia. Listen, I may not be the best with my idioms, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to be better at it. I'm trying to sound like English is actually my first language, even though, god damn, sometimes you can't tell. I'm so bad at idioms. Oh god. Oh, you know what? I have been back and forth about whether I'm gonna go for hyacinth or cipher. I think it's gonna be cipher. It was really close. I wanted to get both of them, but like planning out trying to pick up stuff in 3.4 as well, I think I'm definitely gonna grab cipher. So I'll have to have a stream where I actually like pull for cipher a little later on. It's been a while since I pulled on the second banner, which is weird. I don't know why that's been happening. I've been pulling on the first banner for a while. So I'll be able to do that during my story streams. But yeah, we'll have like a poll stream for Cypher when she comes out. I think that'll be wonderful. God damn it. Can we get biting at the chain on a t-shirt? Biting the chain biker jacket. Oh, that's perfect though, because then they won't even realize it's a bad idiom. Oh god. Oh, I know. Listen, here's the thing. I know that Cyrene is going to be showing up at some point, right? Because they teased her in the very first trailer. So like, I'm like trying to hold on to some of my polls, thinking that like she might show up at some point. But then they like have Saber, who's going to be a thing, and my boy Finon. I don't know. It's gonna be hard, y'all. It's gonna be real hard. I'm gonna be very excited for reruns of certain characters. I think that's gonna be very good. Oh, thank you for sending me the luck energy. Oh, you're gonna need it, because there's a lot of characters I'm gonna be pulling for. It's gonna be very, very good. Yeah, that's true. At least we get a free archer. I'm extremely excited for that. That's gonna be a fun patch. I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be dope. my god, I'm so excited to play Star Rail. I'm sorry that I've been doing the Amphorius streams like a day early. I used to try and start them on like Thursday/Friday, but the stories have been so long. I want to give myself as much time as possible. So I know that some of you won't have played through the story when I stream it tomorrow. That's totally okay. It's totally fine. Play through it at your own pace. Don't feel like you have to rush it or anything. I'll be playing it regardless. There will always be a VOD that you can check out if you're gonna go and play through it on your own first. I'm so excited, y'all. So many fun things we're gonna do. It's gonna be great. Well, that's all I had for now. That was just kind of my quick roundup for what I did on my vacation. Remember to go check out your local museums, play Metaphor. It's a dope game. Love it. Super fun. Absolutely adore it, and I hope that Octodog does not haunt your dreams as he haunts mine. At least until then, I'm sorry that I have cursed you with this knowledge. Until I see you all next time. Oh, it's Yumie! Oh, Octodog really is a monstrosity. Octodog wants to know your location. Octodog knows all! I've missed y'all. Bye!